What is going on YouTube and also the Strats Discord chat here in the stage? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 28th August 2021. As always, I am your host, Oth. Thanks for being with us. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. Shout out to you guys also here in the Discord stage. New name Diakis, Zero Logic, Dizalog, Mink Nasty, and of course Taco and Zerek up here, although Zerek is apparently AFK. How is everybody doing today? Taco, pretty good?
Pretty good. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna...
Oh, I hear your mic now.
Can you hear me?
I can now. I couldn't earlier. I don't know what that was all about.
It like resets to 72.
Oh, really?
So I put it up to 100. I had to turn down the baby shark though, so you couldn't like... Was it blasting?
The baby shark or like the baby shark or the Gura shark? Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because I got the stream open, but then I got the council meeting waiting room stream open.
Oh, they gotta.
It's like 10,000 watching now
in BD.
Oh, lower amount on the other one.
Yep. So yeah, welcome to your Strats Weekly. We have the the thread going down in streaming if you want to type in at anything. Also, if you would down here in the streaming channel, just down yonder. Also, if you want to come up here and talk, by all means. Most people should have permissions. If you don't have permissions, feel free to raise your hand and we can get you up here if you have questions or just want to chat. Well, let's get straight into the games though. We got lots of games to talk about. Bam. We'll go through the easy ones first, and then we'll linger on the other ones. First up, of course, World of Warcraft. We always start with World of Warcraft. If you enjoy World of Warcraft, if you are looking to enjoy some of that content, whether that is in retail or on Classic, we play on both. We have a guild in retail, Horde side, Area 52. If you are looking to play Classic, Nightlife has the details for that. He also has the details for retail as well. We are not currently running a guild in Classic, but if you hop down to Blizzard's channel, ask for Nightlife, he can get you the details. Also, he periodically streams World of Warcraft content over on our Facebook page, facebook.com/stratsco. Feel free to check that out. If it is of interest to you. Yeah, I saw there's some pretty positive changes though coming with WoW finally. Some of the things that have people really bitter about Shadowlands, and especially with for the Altaholics that want to make more than one character, making it a little bit less miserable to spin up additional characters, as well as just making switching between some of the new mechanics introduced in Shadowlands a lot less miserable for folks, because I know that was a big complaint, because people want to be able to change their builds to run optimal things depending on whether they're doing Mythic Plus or raids, things of that nature. So nice to see that they're listening to some of the community feedback. If only PoE would listen to some community feedback, but we'll talk about that later. Actually, we probably won't. We beat that horse to death. We're all just waiting for the next league. Oh, World of Warcraft. But yeah, if you're interested in playing, like I said, head down to Blizznerds, hit up Nightlife. You can get you all the details down there. What else we got? Speaking of Path of Exile, we do play Path of Exile, but like nobody's playing this league because, well, Chris decided we weren't playing the game like he wanted us to play, and he nerfed everything. Except Whirlwind. But he nerfed part of Whirlwind's build, so Whirlwind was still effectively nerfed. But we do play a lot of Path of Exile, usually. If you are interested in linking up with us in Path of Exile, head on down to the Path of Exile channel, hit up either Alundrel or Senor Catpoop. Either one of them can get you set up. I can do it also if they're not around. Feel free to just ping any one of us. What up, Alundrel? You just popped in. We're talking about Path of Exile. Do you have any recent gripes about Path of Exile? I know you haven't been playing it because it's the usual thing. Or are you at work and you're just poking in? It could be
Alundrel.
He's down in the audience. I suspect he might.
I love Path of Exile.
I mean, I really like Path of Exile. It's like easily top 3 played games on Steam in terms of hours, but like, God, did they botch this season.
My ailment has been cured, so I installed Path of Exile.
Oh yeah, your hard drive ailment.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zarek for helping
Dr.
sort out.
Zarek.
Dr. Zarek came in and cured the hard drive ailment.
Like I told them, nobody should have to deal with 128 gigs of.
Well, it's
hard drive
256, but it's still.
I mean, this day and age,
So,
256 is practically 128.
Yeah. It's the new 128.
Yeah, truly. I mean, fuck, you look
Remember like the 32 gig hard drive?
Dude, I mean,
worse now than it's over.
I have no doubt that somewhere I still have like I have a rig in storage that's got an old i7. I would bet money there's not more than 64 gigs of total hard drive space in that rig.
I mean, it was crazy too because it's like everybody was pretty much rocking like 120, 128, 126, whatever, and then 256 drives. When the 500 came out, that was crazy. When the terabyte came out,
I know
it was done, and then SSDs came out, and
yeah, I still have my old 500 gig, my pair of 500 gig Western Digital Raptors that like are still in like this current rig because like I have room to hook them up, so why not?
Right.
I remember when those first came out, I got a pair of those and like put them in RAID 0, and I felt like a god. 10,000 RPMs, a terabyte in RAID 0 striped. Like, ooh.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds great.
It was. I mean, at the time, compared to like current load times, it's abysmal. But at that time, when a lot of people were still on 7,200 RPM, and the poor bastards who just like were laptop gaming or were just like truly budget gaming were on the 5,400 RPMs. You just
5,400.
You wept for those load times. My buddy on one side of me in the barracks was still on like a 5,400 because he just wanted a terabyte drive, and he didn't want to spend the money for a 7,200 terabyte, so he bought a terabyte 5,400 because he just wanted all that storage space. And I don't think he understood until he actually had it hooked up just how brutal load times are at 5,400.
Wait, I don't get that. So it's like, so in the barracks, do you have like your own? It's not just like, in the movies, like fucking just beds. Is it like a
in basic
hotel,
it's like that,
like rooms?
In basic, it's definitely
Right.
open bay, but yeah, no, under normal circumstances, like when you get into barracks, it's usually 1 to 2 people to room. It's more akin to like a college dorm.
Right.
Like sometimes you have your own bathroom, sometimes it's a communal bathroom. It kind of depends.
Living that army life.
Mm-hmm.
It very much depends also between like services.
Right.
And how old the base is, how new the barracks is.
That is a huge factor as well. What up, Zero?
I can tell you the the Air Force dorms are quite nice.
They are. I have seen, honestly, so the range of housing quality is ridiculous, even across different bases, because I was in Army, but nothing held a candle to Air Force like housing. I have seen Air Force housing because I had some buddies in, and there was an Air Force base nearby when I was stationed in Japan that we went to periodically. It was fucking nice, like really nice.
I remember going to Fort Gordon, and I was just standing there like, oh, this is real. This is actually how they live.
Yeah. The worst I saw was an Army base in Okinawa. We got TDY'd down to Okinawa. The AC was busted in the middle of summer, like actually like mid-July. Busted AC in Okinawa with black mold growing out of the vents. It was awesome. We were all like, great, this is exactly where we want to be for the next.
So you sure you didn't get lost and ended up at the Marine Corps base?
I mean, from what I understand, the Marine Corps base was not in much better shape. The only reason this chunk of rooms was empty, I'm pretty sure, was because they had to be for health reasons. But for whatever reason, they were just like, they just shoved us in there for our TDY. So we were in there for a few days. That sucked. 2 of 10, would not recommend.
So when I really realized the differences was when I was like on Fort Leonard Wood, and we got to see the Air Force barracks, and they had like nice big flat screens in the common rooms.
Mm-hmm.
We had busted out old CRT TVs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had a CRT in AIT for sure. Precious was just saying in the YouTube chat. Yeah, that was Actually, Precious, Sean had that was officer barracks because they didn't have enough room in the enlisted barracks. So like he and Cat Poop both actually had officer barracks rooms at the time. So did Kirka.
My ex was in Herbert Field out in Panhandle, Florida, and they had one which was like a center common room, and then each one had their own big bedroom that met in the middle room.
Yeah, there was a when I was at Hood, by the time I got to Hood, I was already married. But a bunch of the guys at Hood, the barracks they were in, it was 2 rooms and it was your own room, but behind the rooms, out like a back door, like the rooms open to the outside, kind of like a hotel, but every 2 rooms was connected behind, and there was a small kitchen area and the bathroom. So they shared a bathroom kitchen area, but they had separate rooms.
Yeah, I've seen those. Herbertfield had those.
Yeah, that's how ours were.
In the old building was like that in Herbertfield.
Yeah, and see, like that's the new, well, when I got out, at least, that was the new standard that barracks had to be built to. But the problem is they don't just like tear down the old barracks whenever a new standard comes out. So until the old barracks, wither away and have to be demolished for whatever reason, or until budget is allocated for it, they will continue to use the old barracks rooms as long as they're still serviceable. And that's the real unfortunate reality of it. And it's same with family housing on post 2. The range and quality of family housing was pretty extreme in a lot of locations, especially when I was at Sill. Fort Sill is an old and very large army base, and the range and quality of the family housing was incredible. Like places that would be like borderline condemned versus brand new, freshly built a year ago places. Crazy.
Yeah, back in Charleston, if you had to live in the they called it Hunley Park, the old style houses, they give you half your BAH back.
Oh wow. Wow, that's harsh, man. That says something though. At the same time, there was
Right.
one neighborhood in Hood, one of the family housing areas, that you could actually do that as well, but they wouldn't do it for you. You basically had to go through a whole bunch of hoop jumping in order to like actually get it. And I knew a couple people that had done it, but it was like a massive pain in the butt. It was not an easy thing. They weren't going to just like give it back to you. They wanted to keep it all. So I knew there was at least one person I know actually did it, but the overwhelming majority of people that lived in that neighborhood just couldn't be bothered. It wasn't in their mind worth all the effort that it would take. But yeah, Path of Exile. We kind of play Path of Exile. We play it most leagues. We're just not playing this league because, well, it's this league. It's poo. Alundril ran off, apparently. He didn't want to talk about it. It doesn't surprise you. I think he's actually at work. Or maybe he's just getting off. I'm not sure. Whoa, what else we got? Oh, Princess Connect ReDive. Hey, oh, Braden's not here. Braden's out of town. Dang. I know this is a part he always looks forward to. I'll have to make sure I link it to him. Yeah, Princess Connect ReDive. We are in the middle of the August clan battle. A couple more days left on that. We're looking to place in our usual bracket, which is fine. That's where we expect to place. There's only 5 of us really going hard on the clan battle, so very difficult to complete with 30-man guilds when there is but 5 of us running around. Yeah, not a lot to talk about with it though. Tomoko banner is still going. That's going through the end of the week. We are in double normal drops right now. We'll get double hard mode starting when the clan battle ends, which I think is Monday morning for us. Yeah, I think Monday morning is when the clan battle officially ends and we get double hard mode drops. So that's something to look forward to if you're like me and have been pouring all of your effort into normal mode recently. But yeah, and we should get the next big patch notes coming out sometime this week. They still haven't posted them. Usually they're out by today, but I just went looking before the show and they weren't. Sad face. But someday we'll have new information. I figure it's got to be double dungeon mana next. I can't remember who the next banner is either. I looked it up and I can't remember now. Well, yeah. If you have any questions about what's going on in Princess Connect ReDive, or if you're looking to join us in the best mobile gacha game out there, if you're a free-to-play player, hit me up. I'll get you all the details on that. Bam. Final Fantasy 14 online. We are on Crystal Goblin. That's all I remember. We're on Crystal Goblin. We're still doing stuff. We're hoping maybe we'll get a housing plot, but competition is stiff for the guild housing plots right now. We're doing our best to try and acquire something. If you are interested, though, in joining in any of the shenanigans going on in Final Fantasy 14, head on down to the Final Fantasy channel. Hit up, hit up Surge. I think Zarya's playing. Hit up Taco. One of those guys or gals can get you sorted out for sure. Taco, is there anything else I need to know about Final Fantasy 14?
No.
Nope. Okay, there it is. The Shadowbringers out. Is it officially out?
Nope. November.
November? Oh, okay. We're just using the new art because it's new art.
Or no, Shadowbringers is fully. Endwalker is in
November. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14. Bam. EVE Online. Hey, EVE Online. Speaking of EVE Online, I don't know what they're doing down there. But
they're in like a different.
Well, I think they were doing something. They've got a couple people still in here that are like not Strats regulars. I think they were doing some sort of like, it was either diplomatic in nature, or they were out stomping face with a bunch of pugs. Whether that's because they had a some sort of like cooperative agreement with another corp temporarily to smash something, or I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. A bunch of people down there. This is all EVE people. Nobody's actually in EVE because they're all up here doing stuff. We play a lot of EVE Online around these parts. Actually, just to give you an idea of what the EVE and the what you calls it, ESO situation looks like. This is over the last week and a half. Is some of the showings that ESO and EVE had in terms of the population during the various events. Whole lot of stuff going on. A lot of events and ops going on in both EVE and ESO. A lot of people playing. If you are looking to join us in New Eden, whether you are a player looking for a corp or a corp looking for an alliance, we are also co-adjudicators of an alliance, Pretenders 21 Sep. You are welcome to pop on down to, where is it? Internet Spaceships. Ask for Vorthos, ask for Sinish. Who else? Vecino can help you out down there. Siri, Mazik, there's a whole bunch of people that could sort you out down there. If you type !EVE and ask for some help, somebody will be along, no doubt. We are wormholers primarily. We live in wormhole space. The Alliance has 2 different large structures out in wormholes that we control. So if you are interested in wormhole space in particular, hit us up, especially if you are an Australian corp or an Australian time zone corp that is looking for an alliance to do wormhole stuff with, because we are still, to this day, actively seeking an Aussie time zone corp to help fill up some of our lull hours. They're not dead hours, but they're lulls compared to our normal presence. We're just looking to shore that up just to be safe. Oh yeah, we take all types, new players, returning veterans, people who never stopped playing for the last, 13 years, however long the game's been out. It's been out a while. And we do it all. We are primarily living in wormhole space, but we do PvP and PvE. We've got people running high sec, low sec, and wormhole ops all the time. Crafting, the works. Do it all. Internet Spaceships. Get you sorted out there. Bam. What else? Oh, Overwatch League. Wait. Where's my ESO thing? Oh, there it is. It was in the wrong order. Haha. ESO. Hey, what up, guys? How you doing?
Too bad. How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I realized you said not too bad, but all I heard was too bad initially, and I was like, damn, that's rough, man. You good? I realize now you said not too bad, and your mic just didn't catch that first bit.
New mic. What can I say?
There you go. How are things?
Going good. ESO's going strong. We're actually gonna try getting a progression team going on trials.
Yeah, I
pretty
saw
quick.
that. You guys are having a meeting about that tomorrow, aren't you? Something like that?
Yeah, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
What time zone is that? 8 Eastern?
Eastern.
8 Eastern?
8 Eastern.
Okay.
And it's kind of looking like we might have some interest from, what would that be? England time zone. In that area, they're 12 hours ahead of the East, what we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking about maybe seeing if we get some morning runs going with them,
Sounds fun.
which would be their evenings, I believe.
We'll wake up and smash some bosses. Good way to start the day.
Oh yeah.
Worst ways, that's for sure.
But yeah, it's looking really good, and we're very active right now. Anyway.
Yeah, I noticed that the channel, especially when even when there's not events going on, but especially when there's events, like when you guys are running trials and stuff, that VoIP is full. Not quite like Eve wormhole shenanigans full, but it's pretty damn full. And I've seen multiple dungeon run groups as well.
Yeah, no, we're running dungeons all the time. Doing what is it? We're going to be trying to get 3 trials going a day or a week now, and maybe a 4th in the morning if things work out right.
Hot damn! And all the details, you got all those down in the what you call it, in your guild events. Oh yeah, there we go. Holy cow! You love to see it.
Yep, we're getting lots of stuff going, and anybody wants any other information about it, just give me a holler, or Jahala, Aussie Taman, Cream Cat, RP Logic, or Sandman. Any of them can help out.
Right on. So yep, we are on the PCNA mega server, by the way, for ESO, but we have a whole bunch of EU players. So if you are an EU time zone or an AU time zone, don't feel like you're not going to have people to play with. We are constantly rubbing the edge of that 500 member cap in the guild, and we have people playing around the clock just like in Eve.
Oh yeah, like I don't think I've ever been on at any time of the day that we got less than 20 people on playing.
Yeah, well, and even in the voice chat, like I don't play ESO, but even just like anytime I look at the server, it is a rarity to see nobody in an ESO voice chat. There's constantly people doing stuff together, or even just hanging out together. Maybe they're doing their own thing. I don't know.
Yeah, lots of times there's a few of us just hanging out, doing our own thing.
I mean, that's what the Eve guys are doing. Like, unless there's something big going on, the Eve guys, I'll see 10 or 12 people hanging it out down there, and I'll pop in just to like chat and say what's up. And it seems like literally everyone is doing something different. Some of them aren't even playing Eve at the time. They have Eve going in the background while they're playing some other game, which I think is funny.
Oh yeah, anybody's welcome to join us anytime.
There you go. If you are looking for some awesome people and presence to play in ESO, head on down, hit up the Skooma Den. Where is Skooma Den? Goodness, did I scroll past it? There he is. Skooma Den. Head on down to the Skooma Den. Check out the threads, by the way. That is one of the things the ESO guys have been doing. There are a whole bunch of threads going up in Skooma Den and the guild events to help keep some of the conversation findable, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
They've also been doing a bunch of been doing some contest threads as well. I saw your screenshot thread. I should have got the winning screenshots prepped. I just completely forgot to do it before the stream. I kind of ran out of time. I was right up against the edge, but I was very happy to be in that thread and just like checking out all the crazy shots people take, because I'm good at taking screenshots of like my character, but when like in terms of like scenic stuff like that, I'm garbage. I never take good screenshots of stuff like that.
Yeah, there was some pretty cool ones. We're going to be having some more contests too with housing. dress up stuff.
Because you got the poll going right now for what the next contest is going to be, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna poke in there. Let's see what's winning right now. I can't tell who's winning. People actually.
Last I heard, they were going for doing room up for oh shit, can't think of the name of it right offhand.
Yeah, it's no worries. Well, yeah, if you're interested in running around in ESO, like I said, head on down to Skooma Den. A lot of good people down there doing all kinds of cool stuff. And Dice would love to have you, unless he's already got 500 people. Then he'd love to kick somebody who's inactive to make room for you.
Oh yeah, like we've got. I think we got room for a kick about 10 or 12 people right now. So
there you go.
We'll always make room for more new people.
Mm-hmm. If people don't want to play the game, they can go. They can go. We'll get the people that want to play the game. Oh, green screen. What are you doing over here? What's this? I don't know what's going on. My green screen's starting to freak out a little bit. Well, yeah. That's the ESO stuff. Thanks, guys, for filling us in on what's going on down there.
Yeah, welcome anytime.
Overwatch League. Zarek's still here. Zarek.
Yeah.
How excited are you about the play-ins for playoffs that start next week?
Well, first I'll have to see who's playing.
I have no idea who's actually playing. I know San Francisco and Houston both have a bye for the first round of games, but they are not guaranteed to be in. They both still have to play to secure their spots. I think Houston and San Fran both play on Sunday.
Well, my question is Miami kicked out?
You know, I don't actually know. Let's check the standings. I know
Miami's 10, basically.
Oh,
outside playing cutoff.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's time to back that Boston horse again.
Yeah, I guess I'll be looking at Boston and see if they can suck a little less than usual.
Yeah, honestly, man, Gladiators looked really good last week during the Countdown Cup. Like, they 3-2'd their first match, and then just like smashed their way on. They 3-2'd, I think it was it Hunters they were playing? Yeah, they 3-2'd Hunters, and then when Hunters came back around for the second lap, they 4-1'd them, just like brutal in the finals. So yeah, Glads looked really good. Now I don't know if that was a byproduct of the hero pools that were in place at the time, or whether they actually just like have finally got their rhythm together, because they've had really good pieces and really good players, but they haven't been able to necessarily get it to gel at the right time, contrary to how Outlaws looked, where Outlaws looked great right out the starting gate, and then we stuck our heads up our asses, I guess, and we're losing hard. We can't seem to do anything. I'm cautiously optimistic we at least make it into playoffs, but man, I don't know. Both Shock and Outlaws have looked pretty rough. I'm just hoping that they at least have a good showing. That's all I want. I just want a good showing. We'll see. We'll see if it actually materializes or not. But yeah, those games start next week. I don't remember if it starts Thursday or Friday. Where is the schedule? Because it's next week, and then we have another week off before actual stuff. Okay, so it's just Saturday and Sunday, it looks like. Yep, just Saturday. So, Boston has to beat Toronto if they want to move up. I think that's reasonably likely. I think Boston could take Toronto. But then Boston has to beat either Shock or Houston. That's a tall order, I think.
They already 3-0 Houston once.
Shh. Don't remind me, man. It's been rough. It's been a rough season to be a Houston fan. We looked so good, and then we just fail cascaded all over the place. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know where we lost Taco. Rip Taco. I wonder if he's got chilling things he's having to deal with. What else is going on though? Boom. Oh, Guild Wars 2. What up, D? Do you want to talk about Guild Wars 2? I have no idea what's going on with Guild Wars 2. Do we have more announcements yet? Do we know what the engineer's getting yet?
As of right now, no. No other no other
Damn it.
grayed out images, silhouetted images yet. They did release a video about fishing on their main channel.
Yeah, I saw that.
It wasn't a long one, but it looks like there's it gives a little bit more, I guess, explanation of how it works. There's fishing spots around that you got to go to with your boat, and yeah, the beta was nice though. Both the Mancer and the not the Chronomancer, what the fuck? Mesmer's elite specs are looking really strong in DPS meters. While Guardian, it was explained to me by somebody that plays the classes, wet noodle on a motorcycle.
Interesting.
It gets there fast, but then it just I don't know, flails its arm around, and the proper...
fairly anemic, it sounds like.
Yeah. So lots of the Guardian mains in my raid group are hoping for changes and have told ANET that what they wanted. Let's see if they listen.
Yeah, well, I would hope that the purpose of them running the beta for all of this so far out in advance, I would hope that the purpose is that they're looking to get feedback and actually implement some of that feedback, but whether that's what's going to actually happen or not remains to be seen.
Yep, as of right now, the Guardian only seems is the only class that kind of seems true to purpose. The Necromancer, or what's it called, the Harbinger. It seems like it's trying to fill every single role, or trying to have the ability to fill every single role. But the boon capability of the Harbinger is looking like it could be a potential replacement for some raid classes.
Interesting.
And the Virtuoso, the Mesmer main, is looking like a very high damage physical class. With all the changes that happened to Chronomancers, and it might be a replacement for them, especially for groups that have hard times maintaining their slow uptime. So we've got some good potential raid classes with both of the Harbinger and Virtuoso. That's what kind of excites me the most. As of right now, I'm looking to change my power DPS to actually the Virtuoso if I don't see anything else coming when they release the other information for the classes. So lots of good things. And as always, they're kind of re-releasing all of the old maps, all of the old seasons. Right now, we're currently on the first episode of season 4. You log on every week, and you'll get the patches for free. So they're re-giving them out for free.
Oh, nice. That's good for people who missed it and don't want to spend heaps and heaps of money, gems, I guess, to get all of the different things that they missed. If you're able to just hop in, get them yourself for free.
They'll be doing it all the way up until release. Basically, we've got season 4 left, and then they're going to be going into Icebrood Saga. So there's still a lot of the content, and there's an entire overarching achievement line for going back and replaying all of this, replaying all this content. And one of the rewards is a free precursor for the Gen 3 weapons that we'll be releasing with the expansion.
Yeah, and that's a spicy reward. Like, I remember the hell that was early on getting a precursor, like before the quest line existed and things like that.
And all of the season, all of the achievement, all of the Gen 3 legendaries are going to be based off of one single concept idea, and it's going to be based off of Aurene, the crystal dragon that is currently crystalline dragon that's currently, in the living story. All of them are going to look similar, but different to a certain extent, and they're all going to be releasing, as far as I know, at release. So, and in addition to getting that, there's also, if you complete the entirety of the all of the returning to the living world seasons, they also give you a free legendary amulet, which is very good, because the only other way to get a legendary amulet is to play structured PvP, and if you don't like structured PvP like I do, it is a way to get me a legendary amulet. There's lots of content going on with the Guild Wars, lots of content being brought back. We have festival is going to be coming up soon. It's going to be the Halloween is going to be coming up sometimes in early October. So that would be our next festival. Also.
I will never forget the misery that was the Mad King's Tower first Halloween, trying to climb that stupid jumping puzzle that was just like,
it's by far the hardest jumping puzzle in the game.
And you have to. I don't know if it's the hardest jumping puzzle in the game, just in terms of like the jumps you have to make, but especially trying to learn it on the fly under the time pressure that you're under. It's just
the time pressure makes it the hardest. There's a leap of faith jump in there that you get to the top and you're just like, I don't know where to go from here. But there's a leap of faith jump that took forever to find. So it's
And that one, I remember there's a jump where you actually have to be far enough ahead of the impending, rising death, whatever it was. I forget what it is, some kind of like death smoke or whatever. But you have to be far enough ahead of it because there was a jump where you actually have to jump down slightly before you can continue upwards. And it would, when you're first learning that puzzle, not getting to that jump fast enough, and then like you have to like jump to your death basically.
Yeah, that's the leap of faith, the jump that you gotta take, because you don't actually see the platform below you, so you just have to jump off the top, and if you jump and keep pressing forward, you'll hit the platform. So Halloween is by far probably the best event in Guild Wars, best holiday event in Guild Wars 2. So
yeah, I would say it's always either. I'd say Halloween is probably my favorite, but a close second was the Cantha New Year's back in the day.
Yeah, there's not much to them in Guild Wars 2. In Guild Wars 1, the Cantha New Year's was a much bigger thing.
Yeah. I don't even remember what Cantha New Year's looks like in Guild Wars 2, to be honest. I just remember the Guild Wars 1 version.
They've added quite a little bit into the Cantha New Year cycle, or the festival, but it still pales in comparison to either Winter's Day or the Halloween event. Yeah, that's about all of it. And have a guild up and running. You're welcome to join it. It's not many people there, but looking for a place, you can always contact me or get in hold with Auth, and he can get you to me. Yep.
And I know there's Guild Wars 2 is one of those games I know like people in Strats like come and go from. You notwithstanding, I know you're like a pretty hardcore Guild Wars 2 player, but I know a bunch of other people come and go, and it looks like I know there's at least some interest in spinning it back up from a couple people, Taco and them, who are the big MMO aficionados whenever the new expansion drops next year.
Actually seen Sinish logging on quite a bit as of late. So yeah, it's but yeah, no, I mean, I'm still running the guild. I'm not actually recruiting because I have a raid group and I have a raid guild, and that's basically the entirety of what I spend my time. But if we get more people, I'll start putting events together and things like that. But as of right now, until get people joining, I'm not going to I'm not actively recruiting. But if you want to join, we do have a guild hall, various assorted things within the guild hall to do. So
Yep.
hit me up and I can get you at least a home to start off with if you don't stay with us. And the best thing about Guild Wars is that you just get one guild, you get 5 guild slots. So there is the opportunity to join multiple guilds to expand your
Yeah.
playing. Basically, if you want a PvP guild, you can go and search for a PvP guild. You want a World versus World guild, you can find one of those. You want a dungeon guild, there's those around. Role-playing guilds, I mean, there's all different types of guilds out there, and you have 5 slots available to join. So
Yeah, I remember one of the big guilds that I was, that I kept on my list was an open world boss guild that would just do open world rotations every day. Cause like, it's like get everybody together and just like hop from one boss to the next, do them all.
yeah, yep, that's about all the news. I'm actually, I just can't believe that we haven't received new news in regards to elite specs. But
Yeah, because they were rolling them out pretty much like one a week for a bit there.
a week for the beta, so so I know that the next beta is at least 3 weeks away because they're going to take them at least 3 weeks to release the next 3 classes. So I haven't heard any news about the next beta or that, but there is stuff going on, and I've just seen an uprising in videos from content creators and talking about Guild Wars. It's a great game to play, and like, if you're just looking for something just to spend a few hours or so on, this is a good game. You can have lots and lots of fun with it. And it's actually probably one of those beautiful rendered games in my opinion, also for MMO purposes.
Yeah, I really appreciate the art style in Guild Wars 2 a lot.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
that's about it.
there you have it. If you're interested in checking out any of the Guild Wars 2 stuff, hit up D. He can get you all the details on that. What else do we got? Ooh, Zarek, I know you're here, and I'm sorry to say that your highlight was not chosen this week for this week's highlight, because I don't know if you saw Phil's. Did you see the one that Phil posted earlier this week? Huh?
I don't think I did.
Oh man, it is a hoot. I forgot to grab the link for it. Oh god, it's up a ways. Let me see if I can find it real quick so I can drop it where you can find it. I'm gonna play it on the stream here in a moment. Where is it? Is that it? There it is. Found it. Hold on. Copy link. Gimme. I'll throw this over here so you can find it more easily. It's real short and sweet, but it absolutely slayed me. I'll run this on the thing real fast. Here we go. Boom, boom, bam. Oh man. Just like it, like that's not a real big like eat. That's not like a diva eat. Sigma's is way smaller, and he ate almost that entire ult. Like, thought she was being cheeky, came down, got a little too close to the ground, and he just like held the ball up and was like, thank you for all of the tasty missiles, Farah. It was really good. I almost put your Genji body shot shut down because that was also quite good. I enjoyed immensely the fact. I honestly that and your both that one and the
I was more happy about the Widow on Widow.
Yeah, the Road.
My sweating.
Yeah, you were just like Roadhog body shot, Roadhog body shot. Oh, there's a Widow in midair. Dink. Yeah, that was also quite good. But I could just feel the rage of the
That fell one. If I was that fair, I would have just I'll death for the game and I'm done.
But even of your widows, like I could feel the rage of that that Widow Genji shutdown.
The Widow on Widow. I wish we would have recorded the whole game because that Widow came back the next round as Tracer and kept nothing but coming back behind the lines, looking for me the whole round.
Oh man, you love. We were talking about it in gaming. Like, I don't get tilted very often playing games. Like, it does happen from time to time, but I definitely don't tilt at like enemy players. Like, my team is what causes me to tilt most of the time. Either just like excessive trolling or somebody just, you know, being just like either just actively bad, like intentionally bad, or just being, you know, a huge detriment to the team. Whether that's like by just raging in comms constantly or whatever. Like, those are the kind of things that tilt me usually. But you love it when you know you got under somebody's skin. You just like, you took that Widow's head off, and for like the whole next round, just like chasing you as Tracer. That's amazing.
And it's not like I'm a good Widow, so he just completely wasted his time trying to get me.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's all the games I really had to talk about, unless we want to just, you know, lament about how the other games that aren't out yet aren't out, like 2042 and Back for Blood, and oh man, this is such a weird like lull of time. Although a bunch of us are playing Gunfire Reborn. I should have got a picture for Gunfire Reborn actually, because a bunch of us have been playing that recently. Fun little $11 game. Where's a good picture? There's a good picture. This a good picture? This one? Oh yeah, this will work. Open up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this to happen. Open the image, please, and thank you. That's all right. Where is this? Boom. Yeah, a little Gunfire Reborn. It's kind of like it's fairly simplistic graphics, kind of like Dungeon Defenders-esque. 4-player co-op roguelite with some actual progression and 5 unique characters. Like, it's good fun. There's, for the price point that they're asking, there's a lot of game there. It is, you know, action FPS game, skill-based action FPS, so like you have multiple active abilities depending on which character you're playing, and then you have a passive tree, one that's unique to the character, that's pretty simplistic, and then one that's universal to all characters that you, as you're progressing through the various difficulty levels and stuff like that, you end up buffing up. A bunch of the Eve guys were playing it. Siri, Vorthos, Mazik, a couple of them had been playing it, and Siri was talking to myself and Senior Catpoop and Phil Svaz, like talking to us. Even when we were playing the Back for Blood stuff, like, hey, it's a pretty good game, you should check it out. And then right after the Back for Blood beta ended, it went on sale, and I was just like, it was already a pretty inexpensive game, but like now it's on sale too. Like, okay, I'll check it out. Surprisingly good game. I have quite a few hours in it already, and I still haven't finished all the difficulties. I have finished actually unlocking everything, almost everything. I got one weapon left that I haven't completed the objective to unlock for it. How many hours have I gotten this so far? I have 72 hours in this already, and they just dropped a big update patch with put a bunch of new content in a couple days ago, and the 1.0 release is scheduled for sometime soon, TM, either September or October. It's technically early access, but they have a roadmap out, and they're looking to actually drop it sometime in September right now, and that will bring with it the final level, the final boss fight, and a new character and some additional weapons and such. So still more content yet to be added to the game. I think the game is still on sale through the weekend for like $10.50 US, down from its $11.99 normal price. It's a lot of game for $12. I wish more games like this existed that were, I mean, I guess more games do, but not at this price point. Like even things like, I think Gungeon was like $20 or something like that. I didn't really enjoy Gungeon that much. I know it's a great game. A lot of people like it. Just wasn't much for it. Lacked online multiplayer. That was a big kicker for me because Steam's streaming multiplayer is not had a lot of success with it. Other people have had more success. I haven't. Yeah. Fun little game. You are currently listless and enjoy FPS-ish games. Gunfire Reborn. A lot of game for $10.55. Yeah. That's about all I had to talk about. Zarek, anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, pretty big lull right now.
Yeah, I know, man. October's going to be lit, though. I am hyped for October. Actually, the downside to October is like 2 games I want to play are both coming out within like a week or 2 of each other. So it's like, good. Now I have 2 games I want to play. Why can't one of those come out now and I can just play it like a mad lad until October, and then I can play the other one?
Yeah, it feels like new games come out at the same time and you have too much to play, but then...
And then you go through big lull periods.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, part of that is, for this current situation, is because things got pushed back. Because Back 4 Blood was supposed to be out this summer, but it got pushed back, along with a bunch of other games that got pushed back. So I just wish that Back 4 Blood had not gotten pushed back. Because then I would have been fine. I could have played Back 4 Blood, mixed in the odd Battlefield 4 and Gunfire Reborn, and then 2042 comes out, and I could have taken a break from Back 4 Blood, played a bunch of 2042, and then I could have gone back to Back 4 Blood when I got on a 2042 lull, or I could maybe check out Darktide, which is supposed to come out, because Darktide was also supposed to be out this year, and now it's pushed back all the way to 2021 sometime. I think February right now is what they're talking about. Oh, I need to get Battlefield 4 back out again too. It's been a couple weeks since I was in there. Got to keep remembering how to play Battlefield games before 2042 drops, so I don't go in there and get smashed too badly. Well, any worse than I'm gonna be smashed. Let's be real. I know a bunch of us are going in on 2042 though. Are you playing 2042, Zarek? Did you already pre-order? Planning to pre-order? Are you planning to play? I didn't know.
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered, but I will definitely be getting it
Yeah,
at launch.
Yeah, it's sort of it just being like a dumpster fire at launch.
Yeah.
I think Vecino, myself, DOS, I know, have all pre-ordered it. I think his series pre-ordered it. I'm not sure who else offhand, but I know there's several of us that enjoy have been playing Battlefield 4 off and on that are all real hype on 2042, so looking forward to that. But yeah, I guess that's going to do it for Strats Weekly this week. Thanks everybody who came out, everybody who swung through. Guys and Diakis for coming up and talking about stuff. We'll catch you people next week. Take it easy, y'all.